G'day viewers, how they hanging? Peter here. I'm still fucking around with this Husqvarna mulching mower, and I'm actually liking it. I think I've never owned a Husqvarna mower before, but I kind of like the way they're made. Although the wheels don't have ball bearings, which I find odd, but it looks like the bushes are made of some sort of high quality material. It might be Teflon or something like that, but it's quite slippery. So it's not hard to push, even though it's not ball bearing. So I suppose it's serviceable in the future, and maybe that was their logic. But come inside. I've actually been working on the wheels today because I've got it started, I've got it running. The carby's still a bit suspect, or the governor arrangement. So I got it started and running. I'm guessing it's a 5 horsepower. The cap is missing, so I don't know. And I've done one wheel. I'm going to do all 4, but I just thought I remembered you cunts. So good luck to you, eh? Because normally I've done the job before I've remembered about you bastards. But anyway, so I've done one wheel, and as you can see, or actually, is that a spider? Hang on, let's have a look. In Australia, we have spiders. That is called a redback spider. Can you see why it's called a redback spider? Gee, that's a female and she's pregnant. Can you see the size of her? That's pretty big. Now that spider will kill you. Absolutely poisonous. Will kill you. And I've got them in here in the shed all the time. And so I try and keep an eye out where they are, because if I'm reaching up for a jar or a bolt or something, and one of them is behind it, you grab them and touch them and they bite you, and if you don't get to the hospital quick, you're dead. And they're in here all the time, but you just got to live with them. I haven't been bitten yet, but anyway, getting back to this. So as you can see, I've weighed this wheel and it was 800 grams, so it's not the lightest. I've got this wheel here, which is an 8-inch wheel, and so that's 580, and this one's got 2 ball bearings. So that one is probably a more preferable wheel, but the width of it, the distance from that face to that face, is greater. So I'm happy to drill these out. And now you can see I've put a washer and a pin there. Now this one, I'll zoom back, this one turns, but it is quite tight, but I've intentionally made it tight. So I'm pretty sure within an hour of use, it'll rotate. I mean, I could have possibly put some oil on it, but I'd rather not. So, how did I achieve that? Let's go down to my lathe. All right, we're down in the workshop. So, what can you see? So, you can see I've got a wheel, 3-jaw chuck. Fortunately, there's 6 webs on, or divide into 6. So, what's that mean? There's 7 webs probably. Or 6, anyway, whatever it is. So I can use a 3-jaw chuck, but I've got a 4-jaw chuck if I need it. And I'll show you the Honda. I had some Honda wheel bushes, but they were metric. Now this is an American mower, so it's got a 1/2-inch shaft and I don't know, 11/16 it would have been originally, but I'm drilling this out at 5/8, which is not a metric size, and I'm going to put a metric bush in, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. So let's turn it on. And of course I had to re-chuck it a few times to get it run reasonably true. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for a fucking lawnmower. So let's wind this in, and we'll just take presumably a small cut. I'm hoping that's enough. The first one was alright, this wheel might have been slightly worse. Alright, so let's get this out and see where we be. We'll come out into the daylight. My shed is always short of space, of course. Doesn't matter how big your shed is, you're always short of space. Yeah, that has essentially done 3/5 of fuck all. All right, I'll see how that one goes. So what I've been doing, this is the original Husqvarna bush. And as I said, I don't know what the material is, but it's quite slippery and quite hard. This is the Honda bush that I found in my shed. And I don't have a need for these at the moment. If anyone's interested, that's the part number. Unless that's Honda Australia part number, I don't know. Maybe the Honda Australia ones are different, because there is a company, Honda Australia, or Honda Lawn Products Australia or something, whatever it's called, but it's not actually Honda. Now, the problem with this is, because Honda's Japanese, it's, I'm guessing it's a 12mm shaft, instead of 1/2 inch, which is what's 12.7 or something. And the OD, I think, is 17mm. So it's a 12mm hole and a 17mm OD. Now I haven't, so if I close this gap, see there's a gap there, if I close the gap up, it's still bigger than 1/2 inch, if that makes any sense. So even if I squish this together, it would rattle on the shaft and it wouldn't be a tight fit. So what I've had to do is, I don't know if I can show you this, how easy is it? Where did I put my file? Hang on. As you can see, I'm such a well organised person. Where is my file? Where did I put it? Oh, I know where. I had to file something else. As you can see, a very professional YouTuber. Like, I don't know why I haven't got 1 million followers and making, like those OnlyFans girls, make $1 million a month. So can you see what I'm doing here? Actually, what I'm going to do is, so can you see what I've done here? This is a reasonably thin file, and I'm going to put it into here. And then what you can do is, if I'm not holding a phone, if I rub the file back and forth, it takes a 15th out of that slot, and it doesn't need a real lot, because when you're working on a circumference like that, if I take 1 thou off here, it's 3 thou on the diameter because of pi. So just rub that a bit and make it, and then I made that bush a press fit in here, and it was quite a press fit. I actually had to put that there, then the wheel in the middle, and then this bush, and squeeze it through in the vise. So it was quite a tight fit, and hence we got quite a tight fit on the lawnmower. So I'm pretty pleased with that, because I'm sort of making a 12mm shaft fit on a 1/2 inch, sorry, a 12mm bush fit into a 1/2 inch axle. But I think this is going to work, and it's free. So far, I've balanced and sharpened the blade, and so that was free. I've got the motor running, but the governor setting is a bit dodgy. I fixed this, and I'll have to make a wooden block to hold it up, I think. And if I get the 4 wheels fixed for zero, I can't mow the grass at the moment because there's no grass to cut. I'll have to wait for a week. We're in summer, so I don't have to mow. You know, in spring, you've got to mow every 3 or 4 days because the grass goes berserk. But it's all looking good, so I'll say uru.